This is a tutorial for our understanding of dealing with sequential access files. We're going to start with problem 14, chapter 14, number 20. And this problem is about saving prices in fixed point notation with 2 decimal places. So you know we'll be using IO manip. And we're going to name the sequential access file intro 20 to match our project. And we're going to open it up for appending. We're going to use a negative number as our sentinel value and save and then run the program. It's pretty straightforward stuff. So let's start off with our basic new project. We're going to start off with IO stream because, like always, we're going to be doing a little CN, Cout. Then we're going to need to add our file operations. So we're going to need fstream. Again, fstream stands for file stream. And of course, since the problem description wants us to use a specific output format, we're going to add IO manip. And of course, we need our standard FX, and then we also need our using namespace standard for our PC environment. And with that, that's all we need to get rolling. And let's go ahead and take care of our finish up. So that system pause. And return. And again, the return's kind of just a polite thing. We're not returning anything since I declared void main, but let's go ahead and do that. Let's start off by creating an input variable price that we're going to get from our user. We're also going to need a file to store this information in. Notice that there is no initialization of that type variable. We're going to create an out file, open, and let's call it introductory 20.txt. And then we'll do a check first off. If out file is open, in other words, did the file system open that file for us? Because again, we set it up to be, we're going to set it up to be an append, so that's iOS ::app, which stands for append. And else, if it doesn't open, then we're going to send out an error message. Introductory 20.txt file could not be opened. Okay, so I'm going to save this, and let's go ahead and run this because I just want to demonstrate. So the next thing we need to do is deal with our output file formatting. So we're going to just do like we would normally do for a console app and just issue our fixed and set precision as requested in the problem description. So we have our set precision taken care of. Oops. Nice that Visual Studio is looking out for me. Okay, the next thing we need to do is do our priming read. And no, we do not get to leave that behind us. Something that you do on a regular basis for this type of environment. CN price. Okay, now we'll enter into our while loop just like we normally would do. Price is greater than or equal to 0. We're going to write to the out file. And notice we have to give it an endl just like on the screen if we want the prices in our file to be one price per line. So then we're going to go ahead and do that, and then again do our cout cn to get that new price. And again, note that once we enter that price, it'll go through the while loop checking for a positive number, output that price, and then enter the price negative number to end. And then once we get through with our looping here, we always want to do something, and that is close our file. Otherwise, we'll leave it dangling out there. Actually, the better place to put this would be after the while loop. Okay, and that's because if we execute this code right here, that means that the file didn't open and there was a file system problem, so it couldn't be opened. So we want to put this where it makes sense. We could do it here as the best place. We could do it outside just to verify, but that may cause us to throw an error. So we'll do it there, and that's all we have to do. So I'm going to save this, and let's execute it after we do the build. And we'll run some of our test numbers through. So here's my console. So I'll enter 1050. And the other number it wanted was 15.99. And then I'm going to enter -1 to cause it to go to the pause. And then it's all done. Now, if we look in our folder here, we should see an intro 20 text there. And there's my numbers, just like I thought they would. And again, by doing the endl, it puts one number per line. Okay. Now, if you run this the first time, you may see this introductory text being excluded from the project, and it'll look something like that with that little stop sign or do not sign. Just make sure you include that in your project. That way you can actually just double click on it and open it right up. That's been project chapter 14, intro project number 20. Hopefully that makes more sense out of sequential access files for you. This has been Mike Shore for Peace University.